Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron from Growth Generators here, and in this video I want to share with you guys the one thing that I did drastically different in the IT and MSP space that ultimately accelerated our sales tremendously, putting more money in my pocket and more money in my company's pocket. And that is one major thing with sales. Now, doesn't matter what sales training you go to, there is a million ways to make sales. But the one difference between selling and really selling is adding value, and not just value, but really explaining to people the value that they're going to get. So if you're an IT or an MSP company, right, you have one main thing that you're doing. You're making sure that your clients don't go down, right, and keeping them as productive as possible. But we all know that every business owner's worst nightmare is waking up in the morning saying, "Oh my God, where is all my data?" That is nothing nobody ever wants to deal with. But how do you actually deal with that? And how do you sell your services based on that principle, right? Because yeah, you're probably providing backups and you're doing managed services and you're probably putting on some cool softwares like ActiveTrack and things like that. But at some point or another, that business owner stops caring about all the little line items that you have in there. They care about one thing and one thing only. And when I was explaining this, I really didn't believe it, but I said, you know what? Look, let me try it. I'm a young sales guy at the time, and let me implement it. And the moment I did, a major shift happened in my sales. It was no longer about the value or the what you were getting or anything like that. It had drastically changed into a conversation of how that business owner actually feels internally based on the conversations that we just had. And that is really selling on the emotional value, not just selling the value of your products, right? We all know a server can cost anywhere between $15,000 to $100,000, and we all know that managed services can cost anywhere between $35 to a couple $100 per month per unit, right? That's all good, and the business owner does care about that, but that's not really what the business owner cares about. And as a salesperson, if you understand that going into it, right, you're going to have way more success. And the reason why is because that business owner has that fear of waking up in the middle of the night or waking up the next morning and there is a catastrophe in the office, whether or not somebody got a crypto locker or the data stolen or company information leaked out there, right? There's a million things that they're terrified of. But when you can start selling based on the value that that business owner is going to feel. So for example, if you're an IT sales or IT service and you're going to sell a contract, make sure you convey to the business owner what they're actually getting at an emotional level. So when you go there and you present your stuff, be like, hey, look, this is going to help you sleep at night because you're no longer going to need to worry about, God forbid, your server goes down. We're going to implement backups for you. So that way, you never actually have to worry about what's going to happen, right? Or, hey, you know what? What happens if somebody gets a crypto locker on your computer or data's leaked on the internet? What is the process and procedures that we've laid out for you? Well, these are all the things that, yeah, we're going to sell you, but ultimately, this is how you're going to feel based on the sales and the products that we're going to sell you, right? That's what you're doing. You're bringing them peace of mind. You're giving them that good night's sleep. So after you sign up a new client and you've done your onboarding, right? That's all good, but make sure you reassure them throughout the entire process that, hey, by the way, you're getting a peace of mind. You're getting a night out with your significant other to a nice restaurant. Heck, maybe you want to give them a little gift card to enjoy that night out and say, hey, you know what? We're going to take care of everything. Don't worry about it. Go get a good night. Go have a great night and then get a good night's sleep because tomorrow you will never have to worry about what happened to your data, what happened to your system, did a virus get in or did data get exposed or anything like that. You can go to bed at night knowing that everything is taken care of and there's not going to be an overnight catastrophe. And the moment you can start to do that and you can sell that kind of emotional value to that client, your sales are going to go through the roof. Now, there's a weird adverse effect on that, right? They're going to love hearing that and they're going to be super excited. They're going to sign that contract, hopefully, right? Assuming that everything else in the sale went smoothly. But ultimately, from there on out, they're going to have a really positive light of who you are, what you do, and how you help people, which is good. But after that whole process is over, right, we all know that IT companies and MSP companies love referrals. I mean, every industry does, but they love referrals. So what are you going to do after a week or two of them successfully sleeping at night, knowing that their company is now taken care of because your company has taken it on and you know that their company is going to be safe and secure every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Ask them for referrals. Give it about a week or two, right? If it takes a little bit longer for your onboarding, give it a month. And after that period of time, don't hesitate to go in and say, hey, by the way, how are you liking everything? How is everything? Do you have anybody that, or do you know anybody that might want our services, right? What does that look like? Could you possibly refer us, or could you give us a phone number and an email address? We would love to ask them how we might be able to help them, or might be able to help them sleep at night. You got to remember, business owners hang out with other business owners, and if you could sell them and make them not necessarily believe, because it's what you're providing, but that peace of mind, that security, knowing that everything is going to be okay, and you become, or they become, raving fans because of your services, this is going to drastically increase the amount of sales that you're going to get. It's going to increase your reputation, and you're going to turn your customers into raving fans. And those raving fans will preach, will talk about you all the time, and just love everything you do. And at that point on, as long as no major catastrophes happen, or if they do happen and they're resolved in an extremely timely manner, that customer is going to be a customer for life. Because you have to remember, you're a trusted advisor. They have a tremendous amount of confidence when they sign a contract with you. But that movement from one IT service provider to another IT service provider is gut-wrenching. They don't know what's going to happen. Oh, what happens if the old guy doesn't like us anymore? What if he goes and destroys the data? What if the new guys don't perform as well as we want them to, right? You have to sell on the emotional value, the emotional benefits that that business owner is going to get. And when you do that, you are going to have a drastic increase in success in your sales. That's just how it is. That's exactly what happened to me. That took us, that took me from $50,000 or $100,000 a year in sales to hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. And I learned this early on in my career, right? Yeah, productivity is cool and all that kind of stuff, but a business owner is deathly terrified of a major catastrophe, data leaking out, or a major hack or anything like that. So the sooner you could put their mind at rest, saying, hey, this is what we're going to be doing to help you with those things, and make sure you clearly convey that they are going to be able to get a better night's sleep, and they are going to be more secure, and they don't have to worry about things, the faster you're going to be getting referrals and ultimately building a really strong and successful name for yourself. So I hope this video helps. My name is Harrison Barron from Growth Generators. If you guys want to check us out or you need help with anything, feel free to go visit us online, growth-generators.com. And yeah, we'd love to help you. If you found value in this, leave a comment down below with what you guys actually found value in. And if you have any questions about selling IT services or anything like that, please let us know. We would love to answer it. We'll see you guys later. Bye.